Dad Cam.
All right, let's get into our topic that I cover all the time, and this is something that is probably a favorite of the listeners, the Gumbo Nation, the realtors, my buyers, my refinancers. So let's jump into it, and that's the 10 commandments of getting a mortgage. If you got like lightning striking, you know what I'm saying, Dave, maybe something like for effect. See if you could pull something like that up. But number 10, and we'll work from 10 down. Thou shalt not change bank accounts. And the reason why you don't want to change bank accounts is it's a timing thing. And let's say you move money from one account to another account. Now, did you move an account to where maybe you're on a loan with somebody else? Not on a loan, I'm sorry. Maybe somebody else's name's on there. Now you got to get their permission. Did you move money into an account where maybe you've got some NSFs or you've got something else that all of a sudden is showing up that's being debited out that wasn't getting counted? Now we got to count that against you. So I know it seems very, very minor, but what I love about my clients is we send this to them right away with the application, and they're able to follow this. And I'd rather you call me and go, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, or I need to move money from this account to this account. What do you need from me for down payment? Then we'll walk you through it. We'll find out where you're moving it from and where you're moving it to so we can look into the future. Because keep in mind, my job is to represent you. I work for you. You're hiring me. So I have to do a perfect job for you. Number 9. Thou shalt not move funds in and out of your bank account. Listeners, Gumbo Nation, large deposits need to be sourced. So if you move an account in again with someone with another name and they've got large deposits in there, maybe they are the Uber champions. Maybe they're a TikTok star and getting all this extra money. They got an OnlyFans page. Maybe they're selling it silly on the market, right, on eBay or Amazon Prime. They've got a little business going. Well, now you move money into these accounts. Now all that has to be sourced, anything over $500. So that's why moving funds in and out are very, very, very dangerous and sort of red flagged. And we kind of poo-poo on that. Number 8. Thou shalt not cosign on a loan or lease for anyone. This favor of yours, this good deed, all becomes your debt. You take on absolute, whether it's $10, $20, $500, $1,000. It becomes your debt, which means you are now responsible in the eyes of a lender for it. I have 30 years of stories of doing this. And on one hand, probably less, I probably wouldn't even need all my digits to tell you how many times this works out successfully. Well, they're paying the note. Your name's on it, right? Or even worse, they stop paying the note. Then it's your responsibility. Then it affects your score. So if you want to help somebody out and maybe help them get that purchase or get that credit score, then maybe, hey, have them as an authorized user. These are the things that I mentioned in the show opener when you start talking about the credit that we are going to, the Snap, Send, and Save My Credit that we are putting together for you. These are the things that we're going to cover for you so you understand the importance. And more importantly, you understand how you can go help someone out. And number 6, and then we'll head to a break here. Thou shalt not buy furniture. We know you're excited about getting into your house. We get it. But that same as cash. Number 1, it's a credit hit, right? So, well, it's a tax weekend, so I'm going to get this or I'm going to get that. I'm moving into my home. They offering 25 years of same as cash. But at what cost does it come? That's why, again, you need to call your lender and ask them, because you may be at a debt ratio that's working for a specific loan program that maybe you don't have to come up with as much money as you would if you go buy that furniture. It's not worth it. Just wait, or get with your lender and ask, with the current loan that I have, can I afford to go get X? And then it's important, hey, there's lenders that every time there's a new inquiry, they require a new credit pull. We got somebody this week that they required a new credit pull and their credit score dropped. So they came over to us. Our credit's good for 120 days. So we were able to fix what they had wrong, and their credit's good for 120 days, while they're out looking for houses. So everybody's not painted with the same brush. So thou shalt not buy furniture. When we come back, we've got 6 more to go of the 10 Commandments with getting a mortgage. So keep that tape recorder going. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio, 504-260-0995. You dirty dog. That's the one right there. If I had a speaker in here, I'd be jumping all over it. You're listening to Mortgage Gumbo with Dwayne Stein right here on iHeartRadio, 504-260-0995, or you can shoot an email to info@mortgagegumbo.com. Tony, I appreciate your question. Hey, I will get to that next week, asking about the same as cash with the credit card. I'm assuming he meant the cycle, so I'll respond to your email there. Hey, listen, head over to the Gumbo Nation group page. That is where everything happens. Go request to become a fan of the Gumbo Nation group page. A lot of exciting things and changes coming for 2022. You do not want to not be part of the Gumbo Nation group page. All right, we're talking about the 10 Commandments of getting a mortgage. Number 6, thou shalt not let anyone pull your credit. Listen, this is the Smuckatellis out there. Had a guy this week. Well, the guy, Rocker, told me not to let you pull my credit. Yeah, you want to know why? Because he was charging you 2 points, and he was putting you in a loan program that you should be in a better option. When somebody pulls your credit for a mortgage, within 45 days, it has little to minimal impact on your credit score when it comes to inquiries. That is a myth. That is a gigantic mortgage lending myth that, it will, don't let nobody else pull your credit. So what I like to say is this: don't let anybody pull your credit once you've decided on the lender you're going with and you know exactly what you're doing and who you're going to be working with. And that goes back to what? The same, right? Don't go out and buy furniture. That's what that means. Don't go have your credit being pulled where it could be a purchase that all of a sudden is going to affect your ratios. Number 5, thou shalt not leave out debts on your application. This can come back to haunt you. Now, if you've got a loan on your pay stub or something like that, we will find it. As your lender who reviews everything and who has checks and balances, we're like a pilot. Right? You see the pilot when you walk in, they're going through checks and balances. That's what we are. You're hiring us and you're trusting us to get your loan done. But with that being said, so maybe you forget about, that 401k loan or something like that. Well, we're going to get that taken care of for you, which is why we do the fast track pre-approval. But if there's something else out there, maybe you just bought something that's not showing up yet, you gotta let us know, because we're determining your loan program based on the information that you are providing for us in the application. So if there's something out there, like, hey, well, I went and bought a phone bill, but I financed it. All right, well, who'd you finance it through? Well, I'm paying my dad back. All right, well, we need to know that because we're going to tell you don't worry about it. But if you're financing it and you went and made some kind of personal loan and it's not showing up yet, well, how much is it? So we can account for that number if it does wind up showing up. Number 4, Thou shalt not spend money set aside for your closing. Oh, this one seems so obvious. But, and the fact I got to say a but, folks, you're buying a house, not gumballs. Not even an automobile. So do not spend that money that we have already verified for you and confirmed. There's nothing more important than buying a home. It's the largest purchase. It's the most valuable asset that you're ever going to have. Years ago, we had a gentleman take all his down payment money and went and bought, and I poop you not, he went and bought a wife. I thought I'd seen it all. He went and purchased a wife because when he got his home, he wanted to have a wife when he was moving into his new neighborhood. But then he used up all his down payment money. And I'm sorry to chuckle, and I'm sure he's out there doing well somewhere, but you can't go, we verified it, you got to have it for closing. Like, we can't go, hey, you need $21,402, and then that day come and you'd be like, well, only got $20,402. Well, we got a problem. Or in this case, by the way, it costs like $16,000. If any of y'all that's interested in purchasing a wife, it's about $16,000. I don't remember the country. Number 3, thou shalt keep up all payments and not charge up cards. Okay? Now is not the time to get spendy, right? Again, call, ask me. We have what's called UDMs. That's an updated inquiry alert. You can't hide anything. So we will know if you go apply for something or if you start charging something up. It lets us know. The good news is our credit is good for 120 days. But if you go start applying for more debt, that's going to be an issue. So make sure all your payments are kept up and you're not charging up any of those cards. Now, this also goes back to when we start talking about don't let anybody pull your credit, and that is, thou shalt not buy a vehicle. I know, new shiny house, you're excited. Now you want that beautiful car in the driveway or the garage. Please wait, please. In the U.S. right now, average car payment's over $600. The average used car's over $400. Chances are that vehicle is going to affect your purchasing power.
2 minutes, 2.
It's going to affect your ability to get a loan. The days of the $150 car payments are gone. So when you're looking at those amounts of money, that is going to have an effect. So please, that vehicle, chill out, relax, and wait. That's why we recommend Snap, Send, and Save.com. We can run all those scenarios for you and let you know. Hey, I need a new car for my new job, or I need a car for my job that I'm using to get, this home. Well, let's talk about that. We understand life happens. But you hire me, so let me help you get to the finish line. And then most importantly, thou shalt not change jobs or become self-employed, quit your job, or retire. Unfortunately, this week we have somebody who lost out on a $900,000 condo. They got a better opportunity. Took less base pay, but now it's more commission. In their previous job, they weren't getting commissions. So now, because they're a commission-based employee, they went from a W-2 employee to commission-based. We got to wait 2 years. If you're W-2 to W-2 and you're making more money, that's fine. But don't change your job. Folks, stick around. I'm going to be on Hall of Famer Greg Ricks' Winning at Life show in the next hour. And we appreciate you. Gumbo Nation Facebook group page. Go join now. And until next week, Gumbo Nation, happy Thanksgiving!